This man cut open the bandage with scissors. Then, suddenly, he was startled. He hadn't expected this woman to have such a good figure, and she finally caught her breath. It turned out that Yuzuki had always been anxious about her figure. Back in school, because she was shy, she would always wear clothes that were too tight. Moreover, Yuzuki also disliked having too much hair. Shima didn't understand why Yuzuki had such concerns. Nowadays, people wish they had more hair, yet Yuzuki was distressed by it. She felt frustrated because she wanted to grow taller. Despite being such a cute girl, Yuzuki would help clean the room and even wash Shima's face. When she noticed Shima's dark circles from staying up late, she would remind him to take care of himself. Yuzuki not only did many chores, but she was also very empathetic. She often comforted Shima when he was upset. With such a cute girl like Yuzuki around, anyone else would have been happy. But Shima was different. He was cold toward Yuzuki. This was because this arrangement was made by Shima's father. A month ago, Shima had been in a car accident, and his mother died on the spot. Shima's right hand was severely injured. When his father, a wealthy businessman, found out, he felt that their family didn't need a disabled son like Shima, so he sent Shima to the countryside. Even Shima's siblings blamed him, wondering why it wasn't him who died instead. These words made Shima feel utterly hopeless, and he even thought that he shouldn't have survived the accident. He believed he should have died in place of his mother. But one snowy night, someone knocked on Shima's door. When he opened it, a woman in white stood before him. Yuzuki introduced herself and said she was here to marry Shima. Shima suddenly remembered something. Given his father's nature, Yuzuki was probably sold here to repay a debt. Upon thinking this, Shima took off his coat and draped it over Yuzuki. He even told her not to catch a cold. Shima escorted Yuzuki to the room door and turned to leave. The next day, Shima hadn't slept all night. He stayed there in the sky because as soon as he closed his eyes, the voices blaming him would echo in his ears. Suddenly, Shima's melancholy was interrupted by footsteps. It was Yuzuki, here to clean. Shima wasn't used to it and was startled by her presence. When he saw her, he blocked her from entering the room, but nothing could stop Yuzuki's enthusiasm. She still entered Shima's room and quickly cleaned it up. She even bought a lot of fresh vegetables from the town. Yuzuki also mended Shima's pants that had holes in them. Shima grabbed the pants back, feeling embarrassed by Yuzuki's actions. After hearing this, Yuzuki also became shy. When Shima's father chose to abandon him, and his siblings mocked and blamed him, Shima couldn't sleep. To pass the time, he went to the living room alone. Noticing something was off, Yuzuki followed him. She lit a heater nearby and sat next to Shima. Taking this opportunity, Shima wanted to ask Yuzuki about her true feelings. He thought she surely didn't want to marry him and that being with someone like him must be painful. However, in response to Shima's accusations, Yuzuki didn't get angry. Instead, she carefully handed him hot milk. She said that when she was studying, she also used to stay up late like this, and then she sang a lullaby. Hearing the familiar tune, Shima couldn't help but remember his mother. Shima then thought about the car accident again. Every time he saw his disabled right hand, he couldn't calm his emotions. When Yuzuki saw Shima's sadness, she stood up and walked toward him, urging Shima to lean on her. She continuously comforted him. This action allowed Shima's fragile heart to be gently cared for. What Shima couldn't understand was why Yuzuki was so kind to him. Yuzuki explained that she was also very worried, but after seeing Shima, she no longer felt scared. It was Shima's caring gestures that made Yuzuki feel that Shima was someone she could trust with her life. Seeing that Shima still didn't believe in her, Yuzuki decided to prove herself through action. She planned to sleep with Shima that night because it was their first New Year together. She wanted to welcome the new year with Shima. Shima felt very shy. He hadn't expected things to develop so quickly. Unprepared, Shima felt panicked. He suddenly remembered a secret manual